Jenny, I've been feeling caught in a loop of overthinking and of making the wrong move, which keeps me planning instead of acting. I work a 9 to 5, so my day is spent in half to energy. And by the time I get to my own work, I struggle to manage what's left of my energy and focus. Could you help me see where in my design I might be holding on to perfection or control that blocks my natural flow, and what one small aligned experiment I could try this month to move forward with more ease and momentum? I love this question because it is like that practicality at the end is, I love it. Okay, so you are a sacral manifesting generator. You've got the 34, 57, 10, and yeah, the 1648. So, and the 731. So definite leadership energy in here. And you're a 1-3. So some experimenting. Okay, so the loop of overthinking. The first thing that I see here is gate 47. So we already talked about this. On top of the ajna, this can sometimes be that oppressive energy and that fear of like, what's the point? And this can get us in those loops of overthinking. You also have gate 11 in your conscious sun with the line 1. So there's tons of ideas coming through all the time. And there can definitely be there can be some planning energy around that. So with all of the ideas that are coming through, know that not all of your ideas are meant for you. Write them down. The ones that are meant for you will show up for you in an actionable way. Now, when it comes to working 9 to 5 and being in half to energy, and then managing much of your own energy and focus, this is a hard one. So when you are an entrepreneur and you are going through kind of that transition where you are doing work that you don't absolutely love to do, and you're using all your energy on that, finding ways to really replenish your energy is super important. So one thing, like as a manifesting generator type, making sure that you really prioritize your sleep, that you are getting like good sleep to the best of your ability to help you replenish your energy. I would also, perfectionism and control, you asked specifically about that. So with the 1648, so the 48, there's definitely potentially that fear of inadequacy. Gate 57, the fear of the future. Gate 11, the fear of darkness or like not having ideas. 47, the fear of futility. So there can be a lot of fear around that. And then 731 is collective leadership. So there can be an element of like control in that area as well. And really the important thing is coming back to what do your sacral yeses and nos feel like? Now, for a manifesting generator, I also have the 3420. And again, you have your decision-making style is partially unconscious, really connecting into the sacral because the 3420 is so fast. It like moves from response to action immediately. Like it is like powerful energy in that way. But what happens so often for people with a 3420, and especially when your response here is unconscious. So my 3420 is fully unconscious. Like you might be going around initiating stuff all the time, not even really being aware that that's what you're doing. So really slowing down and checking into if you actually responded to something before you start something. And making sure that the things that you're working on, especially in your own business, especially right now while you're working a 9 to 5, are the things that you have responded to, that you're excited about, that will actually like move the needle for you in your business. You also have gate 36. And the thing with gate 36, it's your unconscious earth, and you have it in gate 3. And gate 36 loves to leap into chaos when it's bored. So that is kind of its shadow expression. And then having it in line 3 as well. The name of this in traditional human design is crisis. But it's a crisis. We all need a crisis at some point because that's like we learn from crisis. It's part of the hero's journey and the hero's arc. But you want to be really careful that the things that you start, the things that you get involved in are things you actually responded to, not just because like you're bored and you feel like you got to do something, because that can really show up here. 3420 can also be pretty restless, like you got to be doing something. So let's see. what is a small aligned experiment I could try this month to move forward with more ease and momentum? Okay, so that small aligned experiment is to really check in with your sacral center. Okay, you also have the 3457. It's incredibly intuitive. You're very intuitive. Both of those channels coming from the spleen center, instinct and intuition, to the throat center, very intuitive. So I want you to really pay attention to your sacral hits, to your intuitive hits, and then actually follow them. And I would love to hear what happens at the end of this month when you do it. Now, it's a lot easier said than done, because with the, partially unconscious sacral, really feeling into it and being like, what is it like? What does a yes and a no feel like for you? Like really, really sense into that. Like, do you feel pulled forward? Do you feel pushed back? Do you have sacral sounds? Not everybody does. Is it a aha or an or a yep or a nope? Do you have faces? Is it like ooh or does it feel expansive? Does it feel contracting? Like really feel into it and start to note when you move into action, because especially with like the unconscious part of the 3420, you literally just start moving around and doing stuff. Like see if when you notice your body moving around and starting to do stuff, if you can just backtrack for a second and note what you responded to. So that is my answer to that one. Is Jenny here?
Yes, Jenny here, and she says, yes, tons of ideas with MG chaos. And she asks, any idea how to slow down? I meditate and journal. Are there exercises to better listen to my sacral?
Yeah, such a good question, because honestly, I also have the unconscious 3420, and it's so, I think with the 1-3, I think the 3 will let you know, like if you're randomly bumping into stuff, like things are going haywire, and I don't know, you stubbed your toe, or all of these little things that start showing up in the body, like that's a signal to like slow down, take a breath. And I think breathing, like find, of all the things that you're doing to slow down, find the one that really resonates for you. Because sometimes we're like, well, I'm meditating because I'm supposed to, or, I'm doing this or I'm doing this. Find what really resonates with you and see if you can focus on that. You're also a quad, right? I'm just seeing that now. So that resonance, that being in the right place, that really allowing like the right things to come to you is super important. And I love work. I will tell you, like just getting into the habit of nice deep inhales, like through the nose, expanding the belly, expanding the back body, and then slowing down the exhales. And even if you just take a couple of breaks, I mean, this is another one, like choose your own adventure of, the aligned experiments to do. Like maybe set yourself a couple of reminders throughout the day to slow down and just take a couple of breaths, like nice deep inhales, long exhales, to come back into your body and then to move on. But I know like asking a 3420 to slow down, especially with the unconscious 3420, is like, it's fun time. And it takes a little bit of practice. So that's my feedback for you.